But there is one thing that fits very well: the first person who successfully promoted modern condoms was indeed a half-paralyzed German Jewish person, Julius Schmid. In order to pursue happiness, contraception had actually entered history long before rubber was discovered. The materials people have explored include, but are not limited to, long clothes, fish bladder, animal bladder, leather, oil paper, turtle shell, and so on. The usage habits also differ greatly from modern times, often being reused. You also know that I don't like the fishy smell of fish strips. Unlike the present time when you can easily buy a small umbrella at a supermarket or convenience store, selling condoms was illegal for a considerable period of history. Julius Schmid also suffered from this. Schmid, born in 1965. In 1882, he immigrated to the United States and initially worked in a long coat manufacturing factory. Shortly after, he discovered that making long coats into condoms and selling them in the red light district yielded higher profits, so he started this business. Especially when he saw Charles Goodyear. After the invention of vulcanized rubber technology matured, Schmid started selling rubber condoms. As a result, he was arrested in 1890, but this did not make Schmid give up. He continued to sell condoms on the black market until 1918. The United States announced the legalization of condom sales. The reason why there is such a strong hostility towards condom sales is mainly due to religious reasons. Confucianism believes that indulgence and sexual desire are immoral, advocating abstinence and so on. However, it is found that abstinence is indeed too contrary to human nature. And when the disease is not poisonous, it is important to protect yourself first, especially when the American GIs go to the world and fight everywhere, and they find an opportunity to release themselves, but they can't stop it. Since they can't stop it, then it's better to give them umbrellas and prevent them from bringing the virus back. In fact, this is also a wake-up call brought by painful lessons. During World War I, the United Kingdom and the United States were the only two countries not on the European battlefield, distributing condoms to soldiers. As a result, after World War I ended, with over 400,000 non-toxic cases of sexually transmitted diseases, it can be considered a disaster. It has reached a point where a transformation is necessary. The overall promotion of legalizing the sale of condoms has led to Schmid's success as the first person to make a fortune from this. Brands like Las Mesas, founded by him, are deeply loved by consumers. Throughout the 1920s, it was a period of rapid development of the condom industry, and a variety of exquisite product packaging and catchy advertising slogans were developed, which made the global condom sales increase several times, and it is also interesting to say that many condom products at that time. I always like to attach a mysterious Middle Eastern color to the product. This kind of thinking is probably equivalent to the future Indian divine oil. Indian divine oil has nothing to do with India, it is a concept created by Hong Kong businessmen, and there is a market for innovation. In the 1920s, Ernest Hopkins invented liquid latex technology, which could produce smoother, thinner, more durable and longer-lasting latex condoms. In 1929, the former German condom wholesaler, London Rubber Company. In 1930, the world's first fully automatic latex condom production line appeared, and in 1934, Gangben Jusher Company launched the Gangben brand condom in Japan, as for many old drivers. Durex was established in 1998, a well-known brand that emerged along with new contradictions at that time. In the 1930s, countries began to restrict the sales of condoms again and discourage their use in advertising, leading to the promotion of condom use. Due to the population decline caused by the war, the main goal at this time is to strive to increase the birth rate. Until the arrival of World War II, preventing the spread of viruses once again became the main goal. Nones Enterprise became the largest supplier of condoms to the U.S. military during its global operations. With many products, such as Coca-Cola and ice cream, such as gas masks and condoms, people in many areas have made condoms for the first time through the U.S. military. Jet Li's movies have also filmed such scenes. Rubber was used as a strategic material in World War II. Many fields have been affected by supply restrictions, with the exception of the condom production field. However, there have also been counterbalancing products. There are always people who are willing to forego using condoms in order to obtain more pleasure. In the 1910s, the U.S. military provided some medication for this group of people. With the use of burning sensation wiping ointment and so on, the taste is very refreshing to think about. In World War II, antibiotics represented by penicillin gradually matured, and there were methods for treatment even without poison. Tempted by the temptation of the old military doctor's magic needle, many people healed their scars and forgot the pain. Once again, unwillingness to use condoms has led to an increase in the number of STI cases. After World War II, with a large number of women entering the workforce, the cost of unexpected pregnancies has significantly increased, which has brought condoms back to their original definition of preventing unintended pregnancies. There are many automatic condom vending machines appearing on the streets, and the products are gradually improving. In 1957, Durex launched the world's first lubricated condom. In the 1960s, many developing countries implemented family planning policies to alleviate poverty. In countries like Japan, South Korea, China, and India, in the process of implementing family planning policies, it is common to distribute free and safe condoms. In the 1970s, the safe sex movement emerged in the United States, and people became more adventurous in their sexual activities, so safety became even more important. In the 1980s, AIDS returned, and safety became extremely important again. By now, people's awareness of using condoms has been firmly established. As for Julius Schmid, after achieving great success in the condom company, he also started many dairy farms. Eventually, he died on June 6, 1939, and in 1963, Schmid founded the company that lost to Durex's parent company, which then grew and merged to become today's famous Ledger Stone. From a business point of view, due to the lack of technological barriers, the condom industry basically adopts an OEM model for major brands. Among them, Durex from Malaysia is the most important. Durex is an OEM factory for more than 200 brands, including Durex. They sell approximately 5 condoms worldwide. There is one that is produced by Kangal OEM. As for why it is Kangal, the reason is simple. It relies on Malaysia's abundant rubber resources. From the perspective of industrial production, the cost of the condoms produced by Kangal is 1 cent, and the factory price is 3 cents. Durex can sell them for around $1, with the brand's profit being the most lucrative. The brand's main expenses are concentrated on channel fees and marketing expenses paid. Established brands like Durex are doing fine, while new brands are easily overwhelmed. Like a fleeting domestic security, the first stock of Nor's technology had a sales expense ratio that once exceeded 70%, with a total revenue of 120 million and a net profit of 490,000. In the end, it closed with a push market. From a data perspective, in recent years, condom sales have been declining. In the foreseeable future, the biggest enemy of the condom industry may be a low-desire society. After all, using tissue with the right hand might be enough, and there may not really be a need for condoms.